is.
And we're carrying on from yesterday with our speech marks. And today, we're going to take it a little step further.
We are. We're going to show you a text a bit like this one.
Oof.
Now, there is speech in here, but there aren't any speech marks at the moment. Our job, and then what your job is going to be, is simply to identify where the speech marks should go and put them in. So let's take a look.
It says, "Don't go through the forest, my mum told me. I won't," I replied. "Don't worry." Very hard. So this has got a number of different skills in it that we're going to need to use today. For example, the first thing I spot is there are two speakers. There are mum and, obviously, the person who's telling the story in first person, I. The person who responds, I replied. So let's first of all find out what mum said. Well, we know from yesterday, she said, "Don't go through the forest." My mum told me, well, it's the "don't go through the forest" part. So let's put the speech mark around that. Now, what punctuation would you like to put at the end of that sentence, Mr. S? A comma, a question mark, or an exclamation mark?
I think she's not really shouting at this point, so I think it's just a comma will be fine.
"Don't go through the forest." Comma, said mum. Then we come on to, "I won't," I replied. Now, first of all, when we have a new speaker in English, we need to always make sure this very important rule happens. New speaker, new line. Because we don't want, again, to have a really muddled paragraph that's got loads of people talking to one another back and forth, and it looks really muddled. When you open any book, Harry Potter's a great example, I always use that one in my class, and you see characters having a conversation, you'll see that every time we get to a new character speaking, the author takes it onto a new line, kind of starts a new little paragraph. So first thing we're going to have to do here is bring that onto a new line, because it's no longer mum speaking, it is the person telling the story. "I won't," I replied. Stop there. Well, first of all, they don't say "I replied," they've said "I won't." So let's get some speech marks around that. And again, I don't think it's a question mark or an exclamation mark. I think a comma will do here. "I won't," I replied. But the speech then goes on. It then says, "Don't worry." And this is carrying on from what the person said who's telling the story. So they've just said, "I won't," and then they say, "Don't worry." But the authors decided to put in the middle there who said it. So how do we punctuate this one, Mr. S?
So you can see here we have something where
the speech has been split up.
Yeah, the bit which explains who's talking comes in the middle of what they're actually saying, okay? Which we mentioned last time, didn't we? So we've got "I won't," and then we put a comma, because it hasn't finished speaking yet. "I won't, comma, I replied." But even that isn't the end of the sentence yet, so we put another comma to separate those clauses. "I replied, comma, don't worry." And at this point here, just before the end of the speech marks, we put a full stop in because it's the end of the sentence.
Yeah, but you'll see how we've had to use, in one sense, 4 inverted commas or 4 speech marks to break up that speech. We've made it very clear that the "I replied" bit in the middle is not spoken. Yes. "I won't," I replied, "don't worry." And that is how you do it. You make sure you put your commas to break up once again the speaker and the speech. Well, those are 2 new skills for today. New speaker, new line. And if the speech is split, make sure you're still putting the commas to show the separation between the speaker and the speech. Your task is down below. There are words from a model text that we would like you to have a look at and to chuck in punctuation where it is needed. Off you go.